In phaser games, you can define the size of the world of your game by accessing the world object. So you can say that your world will have certain dimensions, which could be obviously much bigger than the size of the screen. And you can also attach a camera to a sprite so that the camera follows the sprite. In our case, we would like to have the camera follow the player around the level. So let's start by setting the size of the world. We can do that in our init function. And the way to do it is by accessing the world object, game.world, and then using setBounds. So that allows us to set the size. It starts on the coordinate 0 and then all the way to 316x and 700 in y. If you recall what the size of our game, of our screen is in pixels, so we are setting the world equal to the width of the screen, but the height of the world is actually more than the height of the screen. We want the camera to follow the player, so after we define the player, we can say in here this dot game dot camera, and then the follow method, follow, we give it which sprite we want it to follow. We want to follow player. So let's see how this changes our game. For us to really explore the game world, we need to change the ground as well. So you can see that the ground is in a pretty high location, but as you can see, the camera is already working. Now besides the ground, there's something else we need to fix, which is the on-screen controls. See how the camera is moving them. We want them to remain fixed at all times. So when you create them, there's also a property that you can set, which is fixed. I think it's fixed to camera. It's fixed, yes, fixed. This dot left arrow dot fixed to camera equals true. So you need to set that for all of your on-screen buttons or things that you want to have on the screen at all times. So then they will remain in that location. The ground as well is something that we need to change. The position of the ground needs to be 638, and also the starting position of our player will now be in 10 and 545. So if we reload the game now, we are starting on the right place. So you start at the bottom and then you can climb your way up these platforms. So to summarize, you can set the size of your world by using the world object setBounds. You can do that on init or on create as well. You can set a camera to follow the player or to follow any sprite that you want. And if you have things that stay on the screen at all times on the same place, and you might want to have them fixed to camera, that's something that you can do.